I get this question quite a bit. If women like things rough in the bedroom or if they like things more intimate in the bedroom. I've even had my fair share of just asking women what they're interested in. So here's the short answer to this. The short answer is both. And real quick, a lot of guys ask me what's the best way to initiate something like this. You should check out my Tripp's tension technique. It's a free video demo that I did with another girl showing how to initiate a kiss, so you have the optimal chances of not getting rejected, which then can lead to you guys going to the bedroom. So check that out, Tripp's tension technique. It's down in the description below. But let's get back to this idea of rough or soft sex. Here's the thing, and you'll get a lot of guys on the internet too, other coaches, pickup artists, whatever, that really emphasize like, yeah, women want like rough sex. They want like a dominant man to like pull her hair and like go crazy and all that stuff. Yes, that is true. But here's the sweet spot. Like if you really want to be good in the bedroom, like if you really want to just completely turn a woman on, you got to know how to do both and the appropriate time to know when to do both. So let me give you some examples of what it might look like if you guys are doing more rough sex. So that is commonly done when it's like this quickie, all right? Again, there's exceptions here, but generally when it's like a quickie. So let's say you have a girlfriend, you've been dating a girl for a while, you guys have already done it, and then there's this like quickie, this afternoon delight where it just kind of spontaneously happens. Those are more moments when it can be rough, right? It's like quick, it's like rough, it's intense, the passion is there, it's so spontaneous, it kind of lends itself to being a little bit more rough, okay? I guess I should specify. What do I mean when I say rough sex? I don't mean literally hurting her, okay? You have to make sure that you are on the same page with her in terms of what she likes and what you like, okay? But understand that generally when I say rough, I just mean that it's more faster movements. Yes, you might be pulling her hair. There is an art to doing that, by the way. It's really just being able to grab the root of her hair and just lightly tugging it. There might be some light slapping, things like that. Disclaimer, please talk to your partner about what they like. Make sure anything you're doing soft to begin with, and then you can escalate from there and let her know that she can tell you if anything is getting too uncomfortable. It's crazy that I have to say that. I know that should be common sense, but it's not common practice, so I have to say that. So anyways, that's what it means to be more rough. Again, back to what I was saying earlier. When does this happen? Usually more in a very quick, spontaneous moment. Now, we're going to come back to that. Let's move on to soft sex, gentle sex, making love, whatever you want to call it, okay? That's usually where it's slower, it's deeper, no pun intended, just meaning that you're making a strong connection with her, so it's a deep connection, it's not superficial. It's going to look like you looking into her eyes a lot more, slower movements, more caressing, less slapping, less biting, less pulling, definitely holding firm and holding her tight, but doing it much more at a softer, slower pace. I think you get the idea and might know what that you might know what that looks like. This is something that might happen more at night, before bed, after a date, doing something that is romantic leading up to that point. Okay, so that's generally when that's going to happen. Again, I got to come back to this idea. Women like both. They all like both. I can pretty much almost say 99% of women like both. There's a time and place for both. Like I just said, I told you when it's going to be rough. I told you when it's going to be a little bit more gentle or soft, okay? But here's where you can be amazing at this. Now here comes the idea of combining both, because it's not like every single time you are going to be having sex with a woman, she is going to, or you're going to want to just do one or the other. It's not necessarily binary where it's just you pick one and you go with it. There's going to be a lot of times when you're oscillating between the two of them. So what I recommend is when you guys are having sex, make sure that you start off slow. So I think that slow is the best way to start off, even if it's spontaneous. moving slow, making sure that you guys are just connected, right? You're getting consent from her, making sure she's interested, you're interested, and you come together, and it can start off slow. And then as things are progressing and it's starting off slow, then you can kind of build to getting more rougher. Now you guys, it's like, okay, you're in the moment, you're doing it, and now it's escalating to faster pace, to more of some of those rough sex ideas that I gave you earlier. And then here's where it gets awesome, where you're gonna help make her experience and yours even better, is you kind of do these waves. So it's like, okay, starting off slow, getting real rough and intense, slowing down again, and then going back to rough and intense, and then slowing down again. So if you can master going back and forth, and I would say my best advice here is don't do that too much. It shouldn't be like rough and crazy and then slow, rough and crazy and then slow. Like, don't make that happen all within like a 1 minute period where you go back and forth so much, but just change it up, Go through a long spurt. If you guys are doing it for a while, go for, 5-10 minutes with it going just slow, and then get into rough for a little bit. So it goes back and forth, and it makes the experience and the journey more interesting. She doesn't know what to expect next. And then if you want to take it to an even more advanced level, is follow her cues. So get out of your own head. Don't think about this too systematically like I'm saying to you, and follow where she's at. Because if you go into it and she's jumping your bones and she's ripping off your clothes, this is her saying, I want to get it on and I want it to be rough. Great, follow that. Follow her body language, follow her actions, and see where she's going. Because if she's going really slow and all of a sudden you're trying to go rough and intense, you're not really connecting there, right? And same vice versa. If she's going really fast and intense and you're trying to be all, I'm making love to you and going slow, that's not going to help either. So the idea here is go to the point where you're leading it, okay, so you're starting it, and have her follow you. But if you see that she's starting to come in and she is taking control over the type of sex that she wants, then follow her a little bit, and then it becomes this dance, okay, this kind of metaphorical and in some ways literal dance between the two of you, where you're going back and forth between rough, soft, etc. And then of course, sometimes there's somewhere in the middle. Again, check out Tripp's tension technique if you want to learn how to start this process off, building tension, getting her turned on. I have a demo with me doing it with another girl. You can get that at Tripp's tension technique. Down in the description, there's a link to it. So check that out and you'll get that immediately. And of course, I'll see you in the next video. If you liked it, press like. Hope this helps.